Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 23 and another part of our Immersive Driver Career Mode with Alfa Romeo. Today we are back with the Spanish Grand Prix, what I'm really looking forward to. Of course, we've had a very good time of things recently. We managed 4 points finishes in a row. I think there's been a lot of luck in that, of course. You know, some of the bad strategy from some of the other guys did do that, but I do hear what you're saying. Lots of people saying let's up the difficulty a little bit, so we'll up it to 101. We'll see what happens this weekend here in Spain. We should have our new upgrade on the car, which we've got.
They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
And that's perfect. And you can see we've now jumped above Haas. We've got plenty more upgrades in the pipeline, and hopefully we will be able to really boost the performance of the car. Williams currently the 5th best team at the moment though, which is quite hilarious. They've definitely had some good upgrades recently, so fair play to them, and fingers crossed we can compete with them in this Grand Prix. We did swap some of these around, didn't we? So possibly swap those back to the slightly fresher ones for this race here in Spain. So let's head to the race weekend. I think we can do quite well here. I think with the final corner the way it is, I do feel confident that we can attack the car quite nicely. It's going to be a nice dry weekend, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Just a normal weekend, and I'll see you guys for qualifying. Welcome along then to qualifying here in Spain. It's going to be pretty tricky, I think. The car feels good, but it's whether it's got the pace. Yeah, obviously getting through to Q2 and potentially Q3 is always the target. Well, this looks a very good lap. We fly around the final corner for the first time in this qualifying session. We're up to the line. It's a 1:12.6, which is quickest.
Okay, we've only got
for
one
the
lap
moment.
remaining.
That was a pretty special lap. It felt that way, didn't it? And just waiting and letting our teammate through. Hopefully he'll be able to go on and put in a good lap. But let's return to the garage. Let's see how that compares to Lewis Hamilton. Obviously don't expect to stay there, but we are 4/10ths quicker than Lewis at the moment. Quite significantly quicker than most people, to be fair. And, well, looks like we are going to be quickest in this first session. As I said, it was a pretty good lap. We're a second quicker than Valtteri Bottas. This is on 101 AI. This is ridiculous. But that was a very, very good lap, particularly second and third sector. Just hooked it up. And there you go, quickest in Q1. Nobody close. Bottas makes it through though. This time only 5/10ths off the pace. Here we go then, let's take it on a lap here in Q2. We've got a distant tow from Lance Stroll. That's going to help a little bit as we head towards the first corner. A little bit of curb through there, but could have possibly had more. Little snap of oversteer through turn 2 and holding it flat through Q3. Let's see. It's T3, sorry. And now coming up through the first sector. It's okay. It's not bad. 21.8. It's pretty respectable. As, well, Max Verstappen goes quickest with a 1:14.3. That's nowhere near the times we were producing in Q1. It was a 1:12.3 or something that we produced? Or 12.6, I think. 13.0 from Fernando Alonso. That's a bit better. This doesn't feel quite as good, but Max Verstappen in trouble here. A little bit of oversteer out of that corner. So definitely struggling on this lap. Might have to go around again. Let's see what we can produce around the final couple of corners. A little bit wide through the final bend, and it's up to the line to 13.1. Matches our teammate from Q1, but not quite as quick as our time in Q1. Well, this is just a stupidly good lap. We're going to fly around the final corner, little drop of acceleration, up to the line we go. It's a 1:12.2, which is going to be enough for first in Q2. Pole position is on here. That was unbelievable. What a lap. I mean, we absolutely hooked it up there. A 1:12.2. Bottas goes out of qualifying, along with Lance Stroll, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, and Piastri. Magnussen making it into the top 10. But that is a ridiculously good lap. Whew! Right, here we go then, flying around the final corner. We take it so aggressively, and we head up to the line. It's a 1:12.5, which is the quickest time for now. That won't be pole position, and wow, a Leclerc, 11.9 from him. Wow, oh, this is a battle now for pole position, isn't it? Goodness me. Wow, we are putting everything into our next lap. That was huge. Verstappen goes P2. He's not been anywhere near the pace. And Perez goes P3. We're currently P4. This is an exciting qualifying session. Just everything on the line. And, well, let's have a look then. 12 zeros all round for the Ferraris and Red Bulls. I mean, surely we can't do any better than what we have done. We're going to take all of the fuel out of the car. Yeah, that's going to be very, very tough to beat. But we're currently P5. But, I mean, our pace has been fabulous. It really has been. Let's see if we can head over the line and give it our best
30
here.
30 seconds left in the session.
Well, we're going to have enough time here. Should just about, I think. Hopefully Norris gets out of the way. Yes, we should just about have enough here. This is the definition of being last man over the line. Here we go, and we've got Lando Norris just in front. I think Norris is surely going to yield here. He does, but not ideal preparation, and we have to go a little wide there, and that's not good enough, really. That was just Lando Norris getting in the way, and we're 7th as it stands. It's going to have to be a monster rest of the lap to get anywhere close. We've lost 0.6 of a second in that first sector, and I'm absolutely gutted because I feel like we could have been top 4 today. Norris just didn't yield, and yeah, as I say, I mean, we've gained some time there, but it's not going to be enough, is it? Look how much time we've gained since the first corner. We come round the final corner. It's not quite going to be good enough. It's going to be P7 on the grid, though. And I think that sets us up for a really good race tomorrow. I think we're in for a decent chance of a podium, if I'm honest with you. I do think that's on the cards.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin,
Hamilton,
let's
where
have a
did that
quick
come
look
from?
at those who'll be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
I mean, what's annoying is if Norris got out of the way straight away, we had that beautiful tour. Oh, what could have been? We'd have probably found 3, 4 tenths, I reckon. We'd probably been 6th anyway. Oh, Oh, we would have been so close to pole position, but what a race we're in for tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. So without further ado, let's get into race day.
Welcome along, everyone, to sunny Spain, specifically to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Russell, the captain, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Magnussen, Stroll, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, De Vries, and Logan Sargent. And now it's time to head down to the track. And a warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen? That was a solid result in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Okay, here we go then, down on the track.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
I mean, is soft tyres an option at all? I don't think so. I think possibly starting on the mediums, going on to the hards later on. Might be a slightly better idea. Take those mediums further. Have the fresher hards later in the Grand Prix. I think that's the strategy. Let's get ourselves into the action. I can see plenty of people have gone differently. Lots of hard tyre selections around the field.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap, please.
Well, we know exactly what we have to do. We know that we can get an excellent
no threat of rain for the time being.
flying start off the grid. I honestly would not be surprised if we were leading going into turn 1 today. Lots of people starting on the hard tyres. We're going to make sure that our grid spot is as good as possible. I'm really excited for this Grand Prix. You can see how much I'm revving the engines, getting these tyres nice and hot. I'm ready for it. I think we can really compete today. It's the first time I felt like the car can stick to the track. It's doing everything I'm asking it to. And we're getting everything out of it. We can certainly get a 5th consecutive points finish. That would be pretty awesome. Especially after how tough a start to the season we had. But we're coming around now. We're going to start concentrating on getting that grid position sorted. We want to be facing towards George Russell. Or do we want to be facing out to the outside? It's kind of the question here. Well, here we go. We're ready. We are going to angle it towards George. And there it is.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights.
We do not want to be on the grass, that's for sure. Here we go then. We're ready for the lights. Lights out, away we go here in Spain. It's a terrific start off the grid as we expected, and look at this for a start. So many people on the hard tyres, and we're going to have a little look at Carlos Sainz into the first corner. We know for a fact, that there are people that are on hard tyres, but Lewis Hamilton has got off to a flyer here. He's already checked out at the front, and well, we need to make sure that we are in a position where we can hold this race together. We're really off to a fabulous start, aren't we? This is exactly what we wanted, but we know that typically the AI are quicker in the race trim, which is why we've gone for a slightly different strategy to them to try and spook them. And this is a very, very nice start, and just everything falling into place at the moment. But we need to try and get back into that 1 second window. But at the start of this race, we are now in P3 and podium paying positions at the moment. Well, lap 4 this Grand Prix, we're not quite in the DRS range of Carlos Sainz ahead, so Charles Leclerc manages to make the move. We've got Max Verstappen having a look down our inside as well. We're going to try and hold it, and we do hold it against the defending world champion quite nicely there.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
there goes
5 seconds.
George Russell, despite us having DRS. Massively quicker than us in a straight line, and with those soft tyres will make that manoeuvre stick. And well, we've got Max Verstappen and championship leader Sergio Perez behind us. Oh, well, we get onto the grass. Oh, well, that could have been a lot worse. We just lose out to Perez and Verstappen. It could have been a lot worse. But yeah, just to run a little bit wide onto the grass, and now we're just having to try and stick with this DRS train at the front of the field. We do not want to be passed by Fernando Alonso. That is not going to help our race if he manages to get past. But we enjoyed fighting at the front. Now we got to dig in and try our very best to stay in 7th. Well, Fernando Alonso could smell blood, and he's now the car right behind us. He's pulled away from his teammate Lance Stroll. I think tyres are playing a bit of a part here. I think Alonso's hards have lasted longer than our mediums, and they're just starting to struggle on them a little bit. And here comes Fernando Alonso having a little look around the outside. We hold the inside line. Just get on the power too early though, and Alonso is through. And the worst thing is Lance Stroll is there as well. Oh, Alonso understeered into us there. Have we got damage? No. But we have got DRS. There we go, we are back through. So going down the inside here, this is a tricky manoeuvre. And we stay there. Oh, well, we're through. DRS open. And now Stroll having a look at his teammates. That would certainly help us if Stroll stays ahead of Fernando Alonso. Well, here comes Lance Stroll, he's through. Fernando's having a little gander down the outside. Doesn't manage it this time. We just need to take these tyres a little bit further. Look after the hards when we get them on. We know they're going to come in later in this Grand Prix. The softer tyres just aren't lasting quite as well.
Some information on Perez. They've got an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Well, Perez has an issue. World Championship leader, of course, Sergio Perez. Are we going to be able to close in on him? And I'm thinking possibly come in next lap. Get a bit of an undercut on these guys. It's a nice gap that we can go into. And well, Alonso's in on the hard tyres. They're in very early.
Valtteri's in the pits. Okay, we can't take you right now. Pit next lap. Next lap.
Because Valtteri's in the pit lane, they won't let me pit this lap.
The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out. Okay, we can't take you right now. Pit next lap. Next lap.
What about now? Surely.
Pitting this lap,
yes.
Then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. Exceeding track limits. I think that's the second one we've had. So now, no more slip-ups. Oh, well, we lock up massively. That's going to massively hamper us.
This lap, give us the best in lap you can.
I don't know what happened there. Well, take two. There's a big bump on the way into the pit lane. And that's what we got caught on. As Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race. We're in.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go,
go,
go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Jump Kevin Magnussen.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
There you go. That was always going to be the problem. I mean, even our teammate has undercut us there. So now need to find something in this final stint.
The car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
Well, there goes Oscar Piastri. He's
Green
through.
flag.
The question is, are we going to have a safety car? That's Nick de Vries out of another Grand Prix this year. Not sure. Doesn't look like it.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
There's no way 4 wheels were over the line there. Let's just have a look at this. Where are we? Where's our car? Yeah, that one. That's us, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, just. And I mean like a centimetre. Look at that. Wow, look how much we were out by. That is harsh. Especially because we lost time there as well. Well, this race has turned into a bit of a disaster, to be honest with you. Well, here we go with a chance on Oscar here. And we are Oscar Mike. Absolutely brilliant.
Nice move. Good job.
We've just, you know, knuckled down since the penalty. We've started pumping in laps and driving like we have been all weekend. And now we've got a chance to go and catch our teammate Valtteri Bottas and knock him out of the points. I don't really want to have to do that, but he is going very slow for some reason. Well, 3 laps to go, and you can see we are right on the gearbox of our teammate Valtteri Bottas. We have very much been closing in the last few laps, and I think if we were to make it past, we'd try and go 3 seconds in front. We might succeed. It would at the very least, I think, give us 3 seconds on Piastri. So here we go, DRS enabled. We go down the inside, a little bit of contact. Oh, that could have been nasty, but we are through. And I think it was so important to get that move done. We're 4 seconds behind Norris now. That's as far as we come in this race, I believe. And now we push on.
Only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Well, we got 1 lap to go. We haven't
Okay,
managed
mate,
to
final
get
lap.
ahead of
Keep your
Bottas.
concentration and let's bring it home.
So Bottas is going to have a little look, and we're going to let him go, I think. Let's get him his first point score of the year. We're going to defend from Piastri, make sure he can't get past Bottas come the end of this Grand Prix. Piastri, wow, makes contact with us there. But we managed to stay in front. For now, we're going to let Bottas go. So Bottas is going to get his first points of the season. It's not been a great race for us. You know, we started off very, very well, but yeah, just a couple of little mistakes today. But it's Max Verstappen that returns to winning ways, and he wins here in Spain. Very good performance, and he will return to the top of the drivers' standings. It's been a good race for Mercedes-Benz and Ferrari as well. And we could have potentially been in the mix had we had a cleaner Grand Prix. But never mind. We come over the line and we finish in 12th. It's not the best. Ends our points scoring streak,
All right,
but
race
still,
over. Take care of the car on the way in.
you know, a very competitive Grand Prix.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Well, confidence breeds confidence. Success breeds success. They are very much enjoying a purple patch right now.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. Max Verstappen's excellent result today sees him take over as the new leader of the Drivers' Championship. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Okay, so there you go then. Max Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. He finished ahead of Russell and Sainz for the podium. Hamilton finishes 4th in the end, ahead of Leclerc in 5th. Perez had a problem, finished 6th. Then Alonso, Stroll, Norris, Bottas, Piastri, and then us in 12th place. Okay, let's continue on. Not the best Grand Prix for us, never mind. A few mistakes out there, and I think that's ultimately what contributed to us not scoring, and that's the way it goes. But of course, we have got a very exciting one next time out in Canada, one of my favourite Grand Prix of the year. Plenty of upgrades coming through as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.